Hello folks, thanks for stopping by. Today, Keis heated clothing. If you're interested, keep watching. Today folks, going to be doing a review on Keis heated clothing. This will be a three-part series. Today I'm concentrating on the jacket. There will also be a follow-up video on heated gloves, and then the third and final one will be on the heated insoles for your boots. Again, if I can remind people, if you like the videos, please consider liking it and maybe even hit that subscribe notification. Thanks. Okay, so Keis heated clothing. What's it all about? If you ride for any length of time in low temperatures, or you're a commuter as I am, the winter months mean you either bulk up like a Michelin Man and have very limited movement, or you start looking at this stuff. There is various brands of heated clothing on the market. The main two that I can think of off the top of my head, Keis and Gerber, I think is the other one. I've opted for Keis. That's just personal preference. So this jacket, what have we got? What you have is, this particular jacket is the J103 or the X25, it's also known. I believe this is now discontinued, but there is a slightly newer version of the jacket out. You can also get them with just a bodice, so there's no sleeves on it. But effectively they do the same thing, and they're made with the same way. You have carbon filament in the body, on this one the arms, and also around the neck. What that does is it gently gives you some warmth to keep your core warmer. If your core is warmer, your concentration levels will stay higher, because you're not starting to shiver, you're not starting to consider about your cold, and it just makes riding in the colder months more bearable. And at the end of the day, anything that can make your riding easier and more enjoyable is got to be a good thing. So for me, as I say, I opted for the jacket. This particular jacket, you have two glove pockets, one there and one there, decent sized hand pockets. Also on the sleeves you have little pockets which, if you unzip, there are connection cables to go on to the gloves. Something I've just discovered is the new pair of gloves which I've just bought, which will be in the next video. Their glove connectors are also male, so what I've had to do is contact Keis UK, and they do female to female connectors so that you can actually adapt them to fit, which is useful to know. As I say, you get those, they're hidden away in both sleeves, and yeah, I'll tell you how they get on in the next one about this series with the gloves. The difference mainly between the jacket and the vest is the jacket has to be powered off the motorbike. The vest can use a battery pack, which if you're then going to go and watch a rugby match or out for a winter's walk, again you could then use it for that. To connect it up, when you buy the jacket or any of their Keis clothing, you get the cabling you require to actually connect it to the bike's battery. What I've done is connected everything up, and then you just connect up using this particular cable here, plug that into the bike, and then you control it using that control box there. So I'll go and give you some details on the actual jacket itself. I will have to refer to my notes because I can't remember that sort of stuff off the top of my head. So the current draw for the jacket is 6 amps. Worth noting, majority of bike cigarette lighter power outlets are only 5 amps. BMW's 5 amps. My cross runner here has a 3 amp, so you can't use an alternative power source of a DIN power socket. It has to be connected directly to the battery, so that's worth knowing. So I'm on the bike, get myself ready. What I've got here is I've got 2 cables. One, this particular one here with the yellow tip, is got a 10 amp fuse in it connected to the battery, and that is good enough for the jacket and my gloves at the same time. And the red one is a 2 amp fuse, which is ideal for just the insoles. So when you start the bike up, you just plug yourself in like that. Turn it on, and you can start to feel the thing heating up. I'm just going to start the bike so I don't drain the battery. Straight away I can feel the heat element taking effect. I've got it on maximum at the minute. I can feel warmth coming up the sleeves, over my body, and also around my neck. With the controller you have maximum, high, medium, low settings, and then if you press and hold the on-off switch, it turns it off. So you've always got the ability to control the amount of temperature that you've got coming towards you. For me, what I'm wearing today is simply a base layer, long sleeve base layer, then a t-shirt, then my jacket. Keis do recommend that you do not have the jacket next to your skin. So ideally, always, if you're going to get the jacket, always wear a long sleeve base layer, if nothing else. I have heard of cases where people have actually been wearing the jacket next to their skin, and it has resulted in minor burns. It's their own fault for A, not reading the instructions, and B, having it personally on way too high. You don't need it on stupid hot for very long. Personally, what I tend to do is I'll put it on for about 5 minutes, and then just turn it down, dependent on the ambient air temperature. Also, the other thing I tend to do is I'll have the neck up like that with a thin neck buff over the top of the collar, just to keep the wind out from under my helmet. One thing I did forget to mention is the cost. This particular jacket that I've got, as I say, is a couple of years old. I have seen these still on the market for around £180. The current version of the jacket comes in at around about the £200 mark. So it's not a cheap investment, but if you, as I say, if you're a commuter or you ride a lot at high altitude or on a long journey, or even you just feel the cold, it is a very worthwhile investment. Certainly something I'm glad I got a couple of years ago. This comes out every single winter for me, and it is an absolute godsend. The nicest thing I can think about the jacket is I'm not having to bulk up like a Michelin Man. As you can see, I've got 2 separate cables, both connected to the battery under the seat. This particular one, I've got yellow round the top. That tells me straight away that's my 10 amp fused line, so that is for my jacket, and also if I want to use my gloves. And this particular one is red, with a 2 amp fuse, so that would be for the boot insoles. The way you actually connect it to your own bike will be specific to your particular model of bike, but it always goes to the battery. They're nice and easy to install. It took me about 10 minutes to fit the cables. And as long as you make sure that you actually look at the ampage draw of each garment you're going to use and fit the correspondingly correct fuse, you won't have any problems. The other nice thing is, as you saw, those cable connections have waterproof caps over the top. Personally, what I will be doing is, once the weather starts warming up and I won't be using my garments, I will simply put those connectors under the seats. That way they're out the way and I'm not going to have to worry about that until the following cold spell. Okay folks, I hope this has been of use and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers, thanks, keep safe, bye.